If you truly want to be there, why are you lying? If you find yourself in any of the areas I'm about to list, then your relationship is in a very toxic place. Without any further ado, let's get kicking. Today's topic is... Hello everybody, my name is Joel Benisha and I'm your life and relationship coach. I'm also a neuro-linguistic practitioner here to help you discover your gift and purpose to become effective and achieve fulfillment in life. Without any further ado, let's get kicking. Today's topic is how to deal with a toxic relationship. Well, the first question you guys may be asking yourself is, how do I know I'm even going through a toxic relationship? And here I'm going to tell you today. First, we actually have to define what a toxic relationship is, and to do so, we need to understand what a healthy relationship is. And a healthy relationship is based on a mutual desire for wanting to see your partner succeed. And we're talking about romantic love here today. So if you have a desire to see your partner succeed, then that is a healthy relationship. And this could be in all areas of your life. And so some of you guys may be questioning, well, how do I actually know that my relationship is not toxic? Well, I'm gonna make it easy for you guys. I'm gonna list out a bunch of stuff, and you can tell me if you lie in any of these areas that I'm about to list. And if I list them and you find yourself in any of the areas I'm about to list, then your relationship is in a very toxic place. So my job today is to show you how to deal with it. Without any further ado, let's get kicking. Boom. Number one, toxic communication. The first reason and the first way you know that you're in a toxic relationship, we're talking about toxic communication. This is your yelling, this is your screaming, this is feeling like for you to get your point across, for you to be understood, for you to be heard, you have to get physical with your partner. You have to get physical with your partner and you have to yell, scream and shout and hit them. I've experienced all sorts of stuff when I'm counseling relationships that yeah, you're in a toxic relationship. Number two, dishonesty. If you feel like you have to lie constantly to be in this relationship, you are definitely in a toxic relationship. You are lying to be spending time with your significant other. And I always say this, like, why bother go through all that hassle of lying when you can just free yourself from that burden? Because you don't need to be there. If you truly want to be there, why are you lying constantly? Why? I don't know. You know it. That's toxic. Number three, disrespect. Respect is one of the things we cannot compromise on. And if your partner does not respect you for who you are, for where you come from, and for how you speak and how you talk, and for what you value, that is a sign you're in a toxic relationship, because you're being disrespected. Nobody deserves to be disrespected, and I tell you, that's the truth. A lot of the times this doesn't make it to the list, but I'm telling you, this must make it to the list. Respect is huge, and if it's not huge in your value system, then you gotta rework yourself and understand why respect is important to be in the value system. And if your partner does not respect you, don't tolerate it. That is toxic. Another one is this: a high level of dependency and neediness. So a high level of dependency and neediness is people feeling like, I need this, I need that. Without you, I can't survive. Without you, I can't live. Well, before you find this partner, how are you living? What you mean without them you can't survive? Since when? That's toxic. You need to see value in having a partner, yes, and you need to adore, you need to be grateful, you need to love them for that. However, you cannot base your whole existence on somebody else, and that's toxic to be able to do so. When you lose yourself in the process of finding somebody else, that's toxic. You're in a toxic relationship. Boom. Now another one is this: intimidation. I don't know, this one here is overlooked all the time. I really do not know why people feel the need that in order to effectively communicate with another or get themselves understood by another, they have to intimidate their partner. They have to take away something from their partner. That is toxic, yo. If you want to get a need met and you feel like you have to take away something else from somebody else to get your needs met, that is toxic, yo. Don't do that. That is destroying the relationship, because what that creates is a form of jealousy. And not only jealousy, you start playing the game of tic-tac-toe. How does that look like? I take this away from you, you take this away from me. I do these negative things to you, you do this negative thing to me. I make you feel bad, you want to make me feel bad in return. And then someone cheats on you, you want to cheat back on them. And then kindingi, this is bad. This is a toxic relationship. Another one is physical and verbal violence. You do not need to get physical with your partner about anything. You really don't. You don't. Like, you have to find a way that is effective to communicate. You don't have to punch and hit. And I don't care if you're male or you're female. And some ladies think that they can get a thumbs up on this because I had an experience once, and someone was saying, a man is much stronger than the female, so a female is allowed to hit a man, but a man is not allowed to hit a woman. spectrum, and I'm not even gonna get into this topic because it's nonsense. However, what I'm gonna say is this: nobody should be raising their hands on somebody else. No, that is toxic. You're not getting in a relationship for somebody else to disrespect you to the level where they raise their hand on you. That is not it. If you're in a relationship that's happening in, you gotta get out of it. Another one is this: control. People are trying to control everybody. Everybody's trying to control everybody. What's going on? Why is everybody trying to control everybody? Can't we allow our partner to be who they are? You gotta realize this. This is a funny story. Before you met that partner, they were free and able to express themselves. And that's one of the qualities you actually loved about them, is the fact that they were very expressive. And you saw that in them, and that was attractive. Now that they're with you, you don't want them to no longer be expressive. What? To soothe, to better, to make you feel better about yourself because you're insecure? No, that is not the way to go. So if you fell in any of this spectrum, in the list of the stuff that I just listed just then, you are potentially in a toxic relationship. But luckily, I'm a good person. I will not leave you here. Let me give you some good stuff. I'm gonna give you some tips and ways to be able to deal with this and how to go from here. I heard a man say, you cannot be God's example and the devil's sample at the same time. Let me repeat that. You cannot be God's example and the devil's sample at the same time. Meaning that in a period of time in your relationship life, you can't be representing the godliness, the divine power. You can't be representing love and also represent hate at the same time. No, you can't, man. You can't be displaying love and being in this toxic relationship at the same time. No, you can't.